Grand plans for change often disappoint. Real transformation? It's mastering Japan's ancient, simple disciplines. First, embrace Kaizen. This means continuous, incremental improvement. Think of it as the art of tiny victories. Instead of overwhelming yourself with massive goals, focus on getting just 1% better each day in any area you choose. The power of Kaizen lies in its subtlety and its relentless consistency. Grand leaps are rare, while small steps, when taken daily, lead to inevitable progress. Why does this work? Because large ambitions often paralyze, while small improvements invite action. The human mind resists drastic change but welcomes gentle evolution. Each tiny improvement is a signal to yourself that you are capable of growth. It builds momentum almost invisibly. Over weeks, months, and years, these tiny increments compound into substantial transformations. Ask yourself, what is the smallest possible improvement I can make today? Do that, then repeat tomorrow. True mastery is not a destination, but a direction pursued through countless small refinements. The journey of 1,000 miles truly does begin with a single step, and then another and another. This is not about striving for an unattainable perfection overnight. It is about the patient, persistent polishing of your skills, your work, yourself. This gentle pressure, applied consistently, carves canyons. Second, understand obaitori. This beautiful concept reminds us that just as the cherry, apricot, peach, and plum all blossom in their own unique way and time, so do we. Stop comparing yourself to others. Comparison is the fastest route to dissatisfaction. It's a game rigged against you because you will always find someone who appears to be ahead in one area or another. Obaitori teaches that your journey is yours alone. Your timeline is unique. Your talents are distinct. Focus on your own growth, your own path, your own blooming. When you compare, you adopt someone else's metrics for success, and these metrics often don't align with your own deepest values. It drains your energy and distracts you from your purpose. Instead, cultivate self-awareness. Understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your passions. Compete only with who you were yesterday. Ask, am I more capable, wiser, or kinder than I was before? That is the only comparison that matters. Your uniqueness is not a flaw to be corrected, but a strength to be leveraged. The world needs your specific combination of talents and experiences. Do not try to be a different flower. Be the most vibrant version of the flower you are. This shift in perspective frees up enormous mental energy, allowing you to invest it in your own development rather than in the futile observation of others. Third, there is profound wisdom in wabi-sabi. This is the appreciation of beauty in imperfection, impermanence, and incompleteness. In a world obsessed with flawless finishes and perpetual newness, wabi-sabi offers a calming counter-narrative. It finds value in the weathered, the old, the asymmetrical. Think of a handmade ceramic bowl that is slightly uneven and bears the marks of its creator that embodies wabi-sabi. Why is this transformative? Because the pursuit of perfection is often a source of stress and procrastination. It sets an impossible standard. Wabi-sabi allows you to begin, to create, to live without the burden of having to be perfect. It accepts that flaws are part of authenticity. It understands that everything is in a state of flux, either growing or decaying. Embracing imperfection frees you to act, to learn, to iterate. A crack in a teacup does not necessarily mean it is broken beyond use. It tells a story. It has character. In your own life and in your own work, acknowledge the imperfections. See them not as failures, but as evidence of your journey, your effort. This does not mean embracing sloppiness, but rather accepting the natural, organic nature of growth and existence. Authenticity is more magnetic than sterile perfection. Let go of the need for everything to be pristine, and you will find more peace and more opportunities for genuine expression. Fourth, cultivate shoshin, which translates to beginner's mind. This means approaching every task, every encounter, every day, with the openness, eagerness, and lack of preconceptions of a true beginner. Even if you are an expert in a field, adopting shoshin allows you to see things anew. The expert's mind can be closed, filled with assumptions. The beginner's mind is open, curious, and ready to learn. How can this transform your life? A beginner's mind is fertile ground for innovation and insight. When you think you know everything, you stop learning. When you approach situations with humility and curiosity, you open yourself to new possibilities that your expert self might have dismissed. Ask questions, even seemingly naive ones. Listen more than you speak. Be willing to be wrong. True wisdom is not knowing all the answers, but knowing you do not. Shoshin keeps you flexible and adaptable. It protects you from the rigidity that can come with expertise. It encourages you to challenge your own assumptions and to find joy in the process of discovery, no matter how familiar the territory may seem. Every day presents an opportunity to learn something new, if only you are willing to look at it with fresh eyes. The moment you think you are an expert is the moment you stop growing. Fifth, practice Gaiman. This is about enduring the seemingly unbearable with patience, dignity, and quiet strength. It is emotional resilience, the ability to persevere through adversity without complaint or drama. Gaiman is not about suppressing emotions, but about maintaining self-control and a sense of purpose when faced with difficulties. In a culture that often encourages instant gratification and avoidance of discomfort, Gaiman teaches the value of steadfastness. Why is this crucial? Because life inevitably includes challenges, setbacks, and periods of waiting. Your ability to navigate these with Gaiman determines the quality of your character and, often, the outcome of your efforts. It is about inner fortitude. It is understanding that some things are beyond your immediate control, but your response to them is always within your control. This is not passive resignation, but active endurance. It is the quiet determination to keep going when things are tough. True strength is not found in the absence of hardship, but in the way you carry yourself through it. Gaiman builds mental toughness and a deep sense of self-respect. It reminds you that this too shall pass, and how you conduct yourself during the storm is what defines you. It is the dignified acceptance of what cannot be changed, coupled with the resolve to act where you can. These 5 paths, Kaizen, Ubetori, Wabi-Sabi, Shoshin, and Gaiman, are not quick fixes. They are commitments to a different way of being. They require practice, patience, and a willingness to look inward. But their power is cumulative. Each one builds upon the others, creating a resilient, adaptable, and deeply authentic foundation for your life. Are you ready to walk these paths? Stop searching outside. The most powerful transformations are not found, but unleashed from your own core.